How's it guys? How's it guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm Macon Campbell. Macon Campbell. Macon Campbell. Macon Campbell. And this is Making Stuff. Making Stuff. Making Stuff. Making stuff, 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 making stuff. I can hardly believe it's been almost 2 years since I decided to take this journey, and what an interesting journey it's been. From where I started with my first build being my welding table, when all I had was part of a single garage and the only tools I had was pretty much a chop saw, a angle grinder and a very old welding machine, to where I am right now, where I have almost every tool that I've ever wanted. Obviously there are a couple more tools that I would love to have, but I know if I just carry on doing what I'm doing, I'm going to get there eventually. It was pretty much 2 years ago exactly that I sat down and decided to take stock of my life and evaluate some of the decisions that I've made throughout my life and try and figure out the reasons why I wasn't where I wanted to be and why I hadn't achieved the things that I wanted to achieve in life. You know, I spent a lot of time throughout my life feeling sorry for myself. I would easily blame things around me, the country I was living in, the fact that I didn't have enough money to buy all the things that I wanted to. And I quickly started to realize that I was always pointing the finger at not someone else but something else, and never pointing the finger at myself, when the truth of the matter is I was the only one that could make any change, and I couldn't sit around and wait for change to happen. Now, I, like most people on this planet, whether they like to admit it or not, would love to live forever. But unfortunately, with technology at the moment, that's not a possibility. So if you can't live forever, the next best thing is having the memory of you live forever. With the advent of social media and the internet in general, you can actually have your memory live forever. And at that moment, I didn't have anything other than Facebook. So the first thing I did was go back to my Facebook page. And I asked myself this question: if I die today, how is the rest of the world and my family, my kids, how are they going to remember me? Scrolling through my Facebook page, I must say I was pretty ashamed, to say the least. Almost every single picture on there was an unflattering drunk picture of myself at bike rallies and at clubs and at parties, and I thought to myself, you know, is that how I want my children to remember me? Is that how I want the world to remember me? Is that going to be the only thing that I leave behind when I leave this world? The short answer was definitely not. That's when I decided to make a change. I went and had my December holidays, and when I came back in January, I decided I was going to start putting together a workshop, because that's something that I always wanted to do. You know, I've throughout my life made things here and there. I've learned a bit of welding, a bit of woodworking, but I've never had any actual skills making anything. And the thing that made it even harder for me is that I never really had a space where I could make things. I had a couple of tools here and there, but they were scattered all over. Some of them were at my office, some of them were at home. Every time I needed to make something, I had to round up all of my tools, the few tools that I had to make a space somewhere where I could actually get down and make something. That made it a lot harder, but I knew that I always enjoyed making things, and I enjoyed that feeling of accomplishment that you get when you start with nothing and you put in all this time and effort and you end up with something sometimes beautiful, sometimes maybe not so much. So from the beginning of 2017, while I was still working, I took just about half of my salary, and every single month I would start buying tools. Instead of going out and partying with my friends, going on bike rallies, I stayed at home most of the time, and I started building my workshop, making videos. You know, that's where it started. And it took a while, you know. I mean, as I said, it's been 2 years now, and I started with nothing. I've given up many things over the last 2 years, but I really think that starting this YouTube channel and putting together my workshop, making the videos and all the discipline that went into it have made me a better person. It's kept me out of trouble, it's kept me at home with my family, and these are all good things, very good things. To be perfectly honest, when I started out, I really thought that this was going to be easy. You know, you tend to watch all the people on YouTube making their videos and all the success that they have, and you tend to think that it's going to be as easy as uploading videos and everyone is just going to love them. And within a year or two, you're going to be famous and have lots of money and be able to travel the world. I quickly realized that that was not the case. So apart from learning to play the guitar and music in general, I think that this is the one thing that I've spent the most time and effort on. And I like to think that it shows. You know, I've learned many new skills over the last 2 years. I've made things that I would never have dreamed I'd be capable of. I'm to a point now where my channel has got roughly 4,700 subscribers, and continuing with my normal rate of growth on my channel, I should be around 5,000 subscribers rolling into the new year. Now I know that there are other channels that have reached that in just a couple of months, but there are also that many channels that haven't managed to reach that in a couple of years. Unfortunately, most of those channels will just give up, but you know, this is something that I want so badly that I don't think I'll ever give up. Because it's so amazing to have people all around the world be interested in the things that I'm making. You know, I live in a small town, a small community compared to, you know, the rest of the world. And you know, unfortunately, even many of my closest friends don't share the passion that I have for making things. Obviously, there are a handful of my friends that do regularly watch my videos and are interested in the things that I'm making. But for the most part, I don't have anyone to share my passion with, other than you guys. You know, that's what makes it so awesome. Having someone from the UK or from New Zealand or from America, you know, all over the world watching my videos, being inspired to start making things themselves. That gives you a feeling of pride that a few things in the world can. You know, being able to affect change in someone else's life and inspire someone else to do something that they never thought they could do. It's priceless. So in celebration of this channel and everything that I've achieved over the last 2 years, I have recently got some new ink, which is this. You may recognize it as my logo. You know, this serves two purposes. It's there as a reminder of all the work that I've put in. And secondly, it's there as a watermark so people can't steal my videos, because you see that logo on my hand, you're gonna know it's my video. And maybe not yet, I haven't reached Jimmy DiResta status yet, but hopefully one day. And to represent all the decisions that I've had to make over the last 2 years to make this channel a reality, I've got another tattoo on this side, which is just a yes and a no with a mouse cursor, symbolizing that, you know, everything in life is a choice. You know, you have to decide. I'm either gonna sit and watch YouTube videos all day, or I'm gonna get in the shop and I'm going to make something. You know, everything that you are in life and everything that you have achieved in life is pretty much a sum of all the decisions that you've made in life. And I also got this in an attempt to try and apply what I've learned in growing this channel and growing my workshop and growing my skills, and try to incorporate some of that discipline into other parts of my life. Throughout the last 2 years, I've tried and failed many things. You know, I've stopped smoking and started smoking again. I've started working out and stopped working out. I've started eating healthy and stopped eating healthy. You know, I've done all these things several times. The key thing being is I'm still trying, and I'm not going to stop trying. That is why I put this tattoo here, pretty much to remind myself to keep trying. Finally, the last bit of ink I got. You must excuse some of these look a bit dodgy, but they are still busy healing. I got this tattoo, which is my fourth and probably last child. Some of you that have been following me for a while now know that she was born 3 months premature and spent the first 6 weeks of her life in intensive care. That all happened pretty much right in the middle of this 2-year journey. She was born on the 29th of September last year, but we are nearing the time where she was actually supposed to be born. But thankfully everything worked out perfectly. She's in perfect health right now, and my wife and I couldn't be happier. Excellent addition to our family, and in many ways, you know, brought us all that much closer together as a family. So enough with the soppy stuff. This video is just basically a highlights of all the builds and all the progress that I and my shop and my channel have made over the last 2 years. This is probably going to be my last video for this year, as we'll probably be starting our holiday in about a week and a half. So for the last time this year, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, keep making stuff.